So in today's vlog, we are going to talk about visualization and how some of the greats use it to their advantage. So there are greats like Virat Kohli and Michael Phelps who have already mentioned in interviews that they use the visualization technique to already visualize their dreams and what they're set out to achieve before they are in the playing field, or for Michael Phelps, before he's down to swimming, he has already visualized how he will swim and how he will win it. Similarly, for Virat Kohli, he mentioned in an interview that before going to the tour of Sri Lanka, in the very initial stages of a career, he went in and smashed Lasith Malinga for massive success. And Malinga was at that time one of the best bowlers to face, and Virat Kohli was still pretty young. So in that interview which he did now, he mentioned that he already visualized himself hitting these best bowlers out of the park, and that is exactly what happened when he went into the ground. And that is again the technique that Michael Phelps uses, who's also the most decorated Olympian, to visualize how he will win and how he will swim and how he will celebrate after he wins. So visualization technique is something that might not feel very practical if you think of it. That thinking about your dreams or thinking about your goals and visualizing them in your head isn't very practical if you think of it. But if it works for these grades, and these grades are openly mentioning that they have been benefited from this visualization technique, then there has to be some meat to it. And I feel that you should also try this out, try to visualize whatever your goals are and whatever you're trying to do, and try to achieve it in your head first, because if you achieve it in your head first, then it will be much easier to achieve it in the real world. And how I have been using visualization over the past few days is that I visualize how my day will go. I visualize at what time I wake up, at what will I do after I wake up, then what will I do next, then what will I do next. All the activities, I completely visualize a perfect day for myself, and then the next day I just wake up and live that day, right? And it's much more easier because you are already familiar with the kind of day you're already going to live. Similarly, if you're in a sport or if you're in whatever field you're in, you can visualize your successes. Like previously, I've also used visualization when I was getting on stage. So there was a point then at which I was getting on stage in my own school after I passed out of school, and then I went in with my project the Outdoors, and I went in and spoke to about 5,000, 6,000 students who were in there. It was a huge auditorium, and I had never spoken to so many people at once on a stage in a massive auditorium. So even then I used this technique. I already visualized myself speaking to these 5,000, 6,000 students all at once and controlling the crowd, right? I had already visualized myself controlling the crowd and the crowd keenly listening to me. And that's what I implemented on the next day when I spoke on stage in front of so many people. And it was an amazing experience. I have pictures from that, and I greatly cherish those memories. And I hope I get to speak again in my school and at other stages. But again, I will use these visualization techniques whenever I go up on stage, before I go up on stage. So I will already visualize what I will speak, how I will speak, and how will the audience react. Even that. All of these things will be visualized beforehand, so that I can just simply go and execute that, and it will just come to life in front of me. And it's a lot more easier if you have already visualized it. So try using this in your own life. You can apply it for your own day, visualize your perfect day and try to live that day. Or maybe for your goal, if you want a car or maybe a very big house, try to start visualizing it. One day it might materialize. So visualization is a technique that has proven to work for many grades and can work for you as well. So try this out and see if it works for you, and let me know.